Alright, so hey guys, making a video recapping my week. Okay, so hey guys, um, I think the coolest project that I worked on this week was a. Okay, hey guys, I think. Okay, so hey guys, I'm making a video about the different things that I've done this week. I finished about three projects, and to me, the absolute coolest one that I worked on was a clone of the Hemi-Sync meditations. So, um, the Hemi-Sync meditations were this research that the CIA did in the 60s or the 70s, and they found that by playing binaural beats, you could access altered states of consciousness. They released these tapes to the public. I'm not sure when, but as I know, there are six different waves, and the original person who made this was Robert Monroe. So he had this really, really cool voice, and on the fourth wave or whatever, some new person comes in. So the later tapes are the same meditations, but the voice just sounds different. Um, what I did was I created a generator to where there's a clone of Robert Monroe's voice. And then secondly, you can put in your own goal for the meditation. So the Hemi-Sync meditations are based on uh, having an out-of-body experience. You essentially train your mind to access altered realms, or you train yourself to heal your mind internally, etc. But what I created was a way to make whatever you want, but still access all of the very, very useful meditation techniques that are in this tape. So um, I'll go through how I created that. I think that'll probably be the most interesting use of this video. And I might splice in some footage from Seattle as well. To be honest, I need to go out and do more. I feel I've basically just been going between my apartment and we work in my apartment, with the great coffee of Seattle in between. So yeah, I'm gonna find some videos of Seattle and just talk about my experience here. It's definitely one of my favorite cities in the world, and I moved here for the summer just because I love the city so much. I love the tall buildings, I love the mountains, I love the water, but but I haven't been to, like, anywhere. I've been to like just one building in Seattle. This takes up the bulk of my day. Probably, if I had to piece it, maybe 80% of my time in Seattle I've spent in this one place. Probably 50% of my time in this one spot. So I'm definitely gonna go out and do some other things in Seattle just so I can experience it.
Okay, so I didn't come up with a title for it. It just gave me something generic. But for the prompt, I used a new artifact and I told it to pretend you're an expert YouTuber who has over 1 million subscribers and make a video about this project. You want an engaging visual aid and presentation, then boom, here's the artifact. So these are the different tools that I used. I used Python, I used 11 Labs, um, the Monroe Institute recordings, and then I deployed via Reddit. So I didn't choose Python, this was chosen for me. They wanted me to use Google text to speech and speech to text, but 11 Labs voice cloning is just so perfect, so I chose this myself. I tried to use the Monroe Institute voice recordings, but it turns out that I actually had to go and get the transcripts myself. I'll open up and show you how I did that. Then, lastly, I'll also talk about my deployment on Replit and how I ultimately decided to go there opposed to other places. All right, so essentially, what this is you can go inside of this portal, and then it uses the exact techniques that were used in the tapes based on the transcripts that I uploaded. So let's go here. Okay, cool. All right, so I have a zip of all of the different Hemi-Sync projects. So like advanced focus, so these are from wave 1, wave 2, etc. And then I use CapCut to go and make the caption. All I did was I just clicked one of these, I went to caption, and I went to generate, and it generated all of this for me. Then, and here's what you can do if you have Pro. But I didn't have Pro, so I'm trying to remember how I even did this. To be honest, I don't recall, but I'm pretty sure you can look online and see. Alright, so here is the Hemi-Sync summary. So this file right here is the text file that I got from CapCut. So from CapCut, this is maybe about 39 videos. Each has their own captions. Then I got the text from there, I put it into this txt file, and then I input it into Cursor, and I used that to train it. So before, it was sort of making random and generic meditations, but I had it follow the exact formula. So using things like focus 12, focus 10, and also starting off with, the typical structure of getting in your energy conversion box, the color breathing, etc. So that's what the Hemi-Sync technology is. And also, what I would like to mention is that this background audio here. So there's a specific binaural beat that is played throughout these meditations, and it's this kind of ocean surf droning sound. I found that, and then I put that in the background, and that just really brought everything together. CSS, I didn't care much about the front end. Then the Python backend generates the script. So it takes this script that I just showed you, that txt file, and then from there it creates a template. So it tells you what to do at the very beginning. So the Python backend is based on that txt file that I just showed you. It aggregates all of the different meditations, and it finds the formula that it follows. It finds the different steps, how the beginning, middle, and end are. Do I click this? My voices. Okay, cool. All right, so this here is RM, known as Robert Monroe, or meditate. So I'll go through the quick process of making one. So you can do, I think I did instant voice clone, and then I just dragged in one of the Robert Monroe tapes there, and boom, that was the end of that. Then PyDub Magic audio processing. This, I'm not entirely sure what this means, to be honest, but I know that it works. And this is just the general Python code. So get started with just the app. Then, oh my god, there were so many deployment issues. So we tried through Railway, we tried through Vercel, and ultimately it just made the most sense to go with Replit. So that was absolutely the most simple thing. And also a really big part was getting the pauses to come in. So had a lot to sort of change. Also a really big part was getting the pauses to come in. And once it got that txt file, here's how it broke everything down. So it had the energy conversion box, the resonant tuning, the affirmation, the different focuses, the exploration, and then finally the return in the middle. And this is the pause system that I was talking about. So it was very difficult to get the tape to properly pause, because when you would put it in the script, instead of actually pausing for 30 seconds, it would literally say pause 30 seconds, then continue. These were how they were broken. Like how we had a bunch of different problems. One was the hard coded APIs. So to, I guess, make things easier, it would hard code an API key in a specific place. But then when another part of the app needed to bring in that API, it wouldn't be able to because it was only hard coded in specific places. So eventually we changed everything to refer to the .env file. And oh yeah, we had to create our own file structure as well, instead of just using the local file structure. And then lastly, this dependency issue, which not really sure about. But anyway, yeah, so this was the actual deployment. Okay, so this is the application. So it's Hemi-Sync, that's the pending name, and these are just the random ideas that were generated. So you just click on something and you can set the time duration, and you go to create meditation. Then after blah 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 blah, it shows up. You can download the meditation. It's in Robert Monroe's voice, and boom, that's it. So that's the entire project and how it was created. To go back and sum things up, this was built in Python. We just came in a cursor, told it that, hey, I want to build this app that clones these Hemi-Sync meditations. I used CapCut as a way to get the transcripts. I brought those in. Yeah, see, oh, cool, okay. And you can see it actually generating these on the back end. So you see it has the pause, then it has the speech, and da, da, da. So yeah, then we came in and we actually based on the script, we generated how these meditations would be structured. Once that was done, we came up with this front end and we put it on a Replit, and boom, that was it. And it is completed. Let's go here, and here you go. So here's the transcript. You can download the script, and then you can play the audio, and you can also download it. So that's it. Bye.
Welcome to your Monroe Institute Hemi-Sync meditation for launching a successful and fulfilling business venture. Find a comfortable position where you will not be disturbed for the next 36 minutes.